I'm going to give you 5 reasons why Axie Infinity still remains to be the leader of the NFT gaming space and why all of the other projects are just not worth getting involved in. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome to the Crypto Jungle. My name is Baloo the Bear, and here on the channel, we're usually more of a technical-based channel. We do a lot of TA and analysis on all of your favorite projects out there. But today, you know, a lot of my audience is well aware that I've been quite involved in the Axie Infinity ecosystem, and I want to kind of go through a few different points as to why this system is so healthy, why this economy is so healthy and thriving, and why I think it is doing better than every other NFT gaming project in the space currently. It's unarguable that it is the #1 NFT gaming space in crypto, and it is arguable that it might be the best project in crypto, period. So first and foremost, I just want to disclaim this video by saying I'm not a financial advisor. Axie Infinity has increased in value considerably. We are in the markup phase of this ecosystem and of the underlying assets within the ecosystem. So please invest your own money with your own risk tolerance attached to it, because I'm not going to be blamed for any loss of funds because I am just some dude on the internet talking about crypto. So reason number 5 is the adoption. So Axie Infinity was launched in 2018. It was kind of birthed out of the ashes of a previous Ethereum-based crypto project called CryptoKitties, where the founders were really involved and made a lot of money in CryptoKitties, and they understood the play-to-earn model. There was just some sustainability issues that came from CryptoKitties that overflooded the market with supply and really devalued the ecosystem once it got to a point where there was no more buyers, and pretty much the entire project collapsed. I think you can still get CryptoKitties. I mean, it is a decentralized protocol somewhere, so you can probably get a CryptoKitty somewhere, maybe as a collectible, who knows? But the ecosystem is not at all what it was. Axie has taken a lot of time to develop, and they are still in alpha. So they've got a lot more of projects that are, you know, going to be added to the game. Land is one of the most obvious ones. So they're playing a sustainability game. They're trying their best to make sure that this game is accessible and sustainable for years to come. I'm a little skeptical on years, but you know, that's their goal and I'm all for it. Reason number 4. Reason number 4 is going to be the quick ROI, the return on investment. Now, again, not a financial advisor, but if we just go ahead and jump into the game here, or jump into the marketplace rather, there are some cheaper Axies that aren't really playable, but you know, anyways, you can still use them. You can still play the game with them. Axie Infinity requires that you have 3 Axies in order to play the game. The ones at the bottom of the marketplace are what we call floor Axies. Floor Axies are Axies that don't necessarily have desirable card sets and make it difficult to be competitive in the games. But you can still earn SLP with floor Axies. So if you just want to get your feet wet, I mean, they're still $350 a pop, but with the earnings of SLP is currently right at around 20 cents. You can make anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500 a month in SLP, which will more than cover the cost of the initial investment for buying the Axies. So a 1-month return on investment is very, very good, considering that, you know, real estate investments or business acquisitions take into the years. I realize this is crypto and this is kind of a speculative space, but still a 1-month ROI on your investment is very good and very dependable in the current market conditions as where we stand right now with Axie Infinity. So although I do agree that the barrier to entry into this ecosystem is high, if the floor axes are right, we'll call them $400, you know, that's still $1,200 for you to enter into this ecosystem, which I understand that is a barrier to entry. So reason number 3 is the marketplace liquidity. The order books are stacked inside of this ecosystem. It is one of the best NFT marketplaces that exist in crypto, period. End of story. If you have a valuable Axie and you list it on this marketplace for just $1 less than perceived market value, it's sold. You try and do that on OpenSea or Rarible, it's just not the case. Even when you're buying high demand NFTs on OpenSea and Rarible, you still need to wait usually a few hours to a day, maybe even 2 days before your NFT is sold. With the Axie Infinity marketplace, there are bots buying these. There are, you know, savvy people watching the order books as the new Axies are listed. And if you will list your Axie under market value, it's gone. It's a no-brainer. It's really, really easy to get your money out of this ecosystem if you're not being greedy with it. So you can see that we have a constant inflow of Axies. They just continue to be listed, continue to be sold. Yeah, it's a very, very liquid order book. Total volume is actually 13,000 Ethereum for the day. 61,000 NFTs were sold today within a 24-hour period. So it's pretty impressive. You know, me, I'm not a gamer. I'm not even an NFT guy. When the NFTs came out and we're pricing these JPEGs at ridiculous prices, I was like, what the heck is going on? But when you have something that is basically your keys to play something or your keys to do something, the actual purpose-built NFT that, you know, does something, that's a little bit more what I see for the future of NFTs. And this is one of the best marketplaces. So, you know, it's one thing to speculate and try and dig up, you know, hidden gems. The problem with hidden gems is they're hidden. Nobody knows about them. The marketplace is illiquid. You can have something that you think is valuable, but the problem is nobody else in the world does. So involving yourself with a marketplace that has high liquidity, meaning that the buyers and the sellers are matched up instantaneously and it's not hard for you to transfer your NFT into Ethereum, is a very good thing. Number 2 on my list is just the tokenomics of the underlying assets themselves. Both AXS and SLP have some pretty unique tokenomics where I think AXS is probably undervalued for the long term, and SLP is constantly testing the supply of the market as the scholars get paid their SLP and just fill the markets with sell orders. So we've got a really robust and highly liquid ecosystem here. Taking a look at the tokenomics on AXS, you can see that the max supply, the total supply, is 270 million with a circulating supply of 55 million. Now, this is really going to change when we do have the land feature released in the game. Currently, the game is not even in beta. It's in alpha mode right now. So just wait till it's released on Steam and Google Play Store and places like that. I think that there's still, you know, sustainability left in this game. But, you know, we have a market cap of $2.1 billion. Compare that to a project like Doge, which has no utility, no function, no future, at $25 billion. This is a 10x from here. So, you know, figuring conservatively, I can honestly see a future where Axie Infinity is over $100 a token, which is, you know, about a 3x from here, just over a 3x. So, you know, again, not financial advice, but I do think that the tokenomics and the value of this token is undervalued when compared to other projects that do far less and are far inferior in terms of their functionality inside of a cryptocurrency ecosystem. The other one that is a part of the ecosystem, AXS, by the way, is in demand because you need 4 of them to breed an Axie. So there's a constant demand force for the AXS token. That is demand. What is unique about its other token is there is a constant supply force. There is a constant selling of the SLP token, the Smooth Love Potion. This is what is paid out in the game. So when you're playing the game, you receive SLP tokens. These are used to breed the Axies. When you breed Axies, the SLP is burned, so it is removed from circulation. So that's a positive. That's a net positive for the price appreciation appreciation of the asset. But another layer to this is how the Axie Infinity ecosystem is offering a living wage, sometimes more than a living wage, to certain parts of the world like Philippines, Venezuela, Indonesia. I've got a few scholars in Georgia, all over the world, where the SLP is actually providing a living for these people. Now, the downside to that, or the plus from a sustainability standpoint, is the fact that when these scholars get paid, they go to an exchange like Binance and they fill the order book to the sell side, which suppresses the price. For me, being a breeder and being somebody who is looking for a long game in Axie, I like this because the ecosystem is constantly testing the liquidity of this market. We are constantly pushing the price of SLP down so that, and we always get to some sort of equilibrium where the breeders will step in and they will buy. The ecosystem is just so complete between the scholars to the breeders to the players. There's just this complete circle and this symbiotic economy that I find very healthy in its current form. If we do start to mark up, there will be some pretty interesting things that happen, or I would speculate there would be some interesting things happening with the SLP token as scholars start to not fill the order books with sell orders as they receive their SLP and start to hold. I think that will kind of be the signal of the end. If we do see SLP start to go parabolic, that will probably be us getting to that overvalued point. So be on the lookout for SLP kind of, getting a little out of hand. That would be a signal for me. But as it stands right now, very healthy, highly liquid market. It's just there's so much in the order books that is being eaten up by the breeders, being sold by the scholars. It's just an incredible ecosystem for those reasons. And now, the number one reason why I think Axie Infinity is separate from all the other NFT games that we have currently, and why I think it is unique, and why I think it is in such hot demand, it has to do with the scholarship program. So for those who don't know, with these NFTs, with these Axies, you can create multiple accounts where you load up 3 Axies and you can provide those Axies to a player, and that player can play for you. And it's proving the tokenomic model of how we can monetize another player's gameplay. Currently, companies like Nintendo, Microsoft with their Xbox and PlayStation, that's an end of term. That's an end user sale. They buy the game, they buy the console, and they can sell skins and stuff inside of the game. But for the most part, the bulk purchase is done. They don't have the opportunity to monetize the gameplay. This is kind of a paradigm shift in the approach that we can create these incentive models where if we do have an underlying asset that has value, we can give these assets, these digital assets, over to a player to play so that they can earn a living themselves and give us a cut. So currently, there is a little bit of a split. I have 31 scholars underneath me right now. So I have 31 players playing this game for me. And what they are offering is they are bringing in a consistent living, not only for themselves, but they're providing a good source of relatively passive income for me as well. So as you can see, the total earned, this is in a week of earnings, by the way, 41,000 SLP earned by my players. That has a current value of $8,600 for 1 week of gameplay. So what's unique about this and why this is important is this is the reason that the marketplace is liquid. This is the reason that the Axies are in demand. This is the reason that the order books are stacked. This is the reason that the breeders keep buying SLP and the breeders keep buying AXS. It's because of the fact that we have a fully functioning economy here that has scalability to the individual. Whereas me being a player, there's only so much that I can earn, but me being a manager and a scholarship manager where I can onboard player after player after player after player into infinity, pretty much as scalable as you want to make it, you now have the opportunity to not only calculate earnings and calculate profits, but you can do so in a way that's completely scalable into a business. This is what is most unique about the Axie Infinity ecosystem, and this is a model that is really going to carry forwards into the gaming sector. Maybe not as profitable as the market, becomes diluted overall, as different gaming manufacturers create different tokenomics that create different models. Maybe there's going to be a boom and bust. Maybe this is just all going to go away one day. We don't really know, but this is very unique It is very interesting, and I am happy to be a part of it. And if you are wanting to get in, I don't think it is quite too late, but please don't sell the house on this one. Don't go too deep. That's another thing that's nice about Axie is you can start small and you can snowball that into something big without putting a ton of capital in. So that is all the time I have for today. If you guys enjoyed this content, please leave it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And if there are any projects that you want me to take a look at, leave them in the comment section down below. And I would like to invite you to join the Traders Academy, the Crypto Jungle Traders Academy, where we teach you how to trade, we teach you how to read charts, we teach you a little bit of the ins and outs of these kind of blockchain economies, a lot of fundamentals, as well as access to our custom indicator, which has been very consistent in telling you exactly when to buy and exactly when to sell. So if you're interested, you can get 50% off your first month using the coupon code WELCOME. We'll see you in the group, and please trade safe. It is a jungle out there. Peace.